It's the pool that the AIS is hoping will give us the edge over the rest of the world at next year's Beijing Olympics. Far more than just tiles and water, the data from 24 cameras above, under and around the venue are fed back into analysis areas, providing instant feedback on starts, turns, stroke and technique for both the athlete and the coach.
It's really great when a coach can just your coach can go downstairs and have a look at you and come back and give you instant feedback on how you're swimming just in training. And yeah, it feels awesome and it's really light all the time, so it's good.
Breaststroker Sally Foster is competing for a place in the Australian team at Sports Showpiece event after making her mark at the 2006 Commonwealth Games in Melbourne. With Liesl Jones naturally locking up one place on the plane, it's now up to Sally to prove that she can match it with the best.
Everything is involved in preparation for Olympics, especially only being a year out now. Everything that I do now is going to count for them.
10 of the most technologically advanced 50-metre lanes in swimming are helping her cause.
And being a secret weapon, this pool is being kept fairly under wraps. No other nation is allowed to use it. And for a cost of $17 million, you'd hope that that was the case too.
This multi-million-dollar pool is the pride and joy of Dr. Bruce Mason, a man at the cutting edge of athlete analysis.
The idea here is to build up something special, a special technology pool that could provide for Australian swimming something that no other nation has. And that's the reason for this pool.
$17 million as well, nice little spending spree.
Yes, there's a lot of money in it, but medals don't come cheap.
Exactly. Well, take us through what we've got here.
Okay, well, first of all, it's a 50-metre pool and 25 metres across. And it's 3 metres deep, and that's uniform throughout.
How hard was it implementing everything here?
It was difficult because it'd never been done before, and a lot of the things here were built for the coach, the new technology. There's a lot of technology built for the scientists, such as me, and then we've got to put those together and develop a system that can help the coaches perform better. Now you'll start to see some of the advantages of this pool here. You'll notice that we've got windows at the end of every lane, and we've got a camera in each one, and they can be put back on the big screen there, so the coach and the athlete can see them. The athlete can see them in delayed feedback.
This is obviously the biggest one we've got here.
This is the ideal window. This is magnificent. You get a really good view of what's going on, and here you'll see a few changes to a normal pool. You'll notice there's markings down the pool at 5, 7.5, 10, 15, 20, so the athlete can see where they are in the pool. You'll notice also in lanes 2, 4 and 7, there's a channel.
Running down the middle there?
Down the middle. This is where the MobiCam or the underwater camera will move. Because it's 3 metres deep, we can actually focus on other lanes. It's not just focus on the lane underneath. This is one of the biomechanical cameras. It is a Gig-E camera or machine vision camera, and it hooks directly into the computer. And it can take 200 frames a second, whereas a normal video camera only takes 25 frames a second. And what the computer can do, it can get the information from 4 of these cameras all synchronised with time together with the force data. So it can help us get a picture together of exactly what the athlete's doing during a start or a turn, for instance. The advantage of this pool really comes to the front when you see what has been developed here. This is a program that looks specifically at the start of athletes. So we'll just go through slowly and just have a look at it. You can see that there's the vectors over here. This is the force vector, so you can see the forces that Brenton is exerting on the block. We notice on the top, up the top, he left the block in 0.86 of a second. Once again, you can see the vectors, how the vectors change as his movements change. You can see where he's pushing. When he leaves the block, he left the block at 5.19 metres per second, and you can see the path that his centre of gravity passes through, and the hole through which he passes. Naturally, the smaller the hole, the less disruption to his velocity.
This attention to detail is part of an all-out Olympic assault, and with the building blocks well and truly in place, the signs are bright for Beijing.